Let's get to our final trade of the day. Joining me now is a day trader, Mike Shore, Prosper Trading Academy. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
He is a day trader, which means these are extremely fast trades, and you're watching a couple of stocks that are tightly wound up with the China trade deal. So what's happening there?
Yeah, I mean, like it or not, the politics and especially the trade war is figuring in. I mean, you can have your Twitter feed up and everything like that. We are moving on very little, very micro type of news bits. But with the debates happening tonight, one thing that I've been keying in on is of course our relationship with China and how it's perceived. Now, of course, a debate is not going to dictate policy going forward, but the feedback from that debate probably could. It could either push the Republicans in a more defensive stand, or it could make them more apt to make a deal. Of course, the Democrats are going to want to. If the perception is that the Democrats are going to win, well then, I think that they're going to be a little bit easier on China if you had to say one way or the other. So the two things that come up to me is agriculture. When you're talking about agriculture, you're talking about cat and deer. In this case, I'm looking at deer. Deer is already setting up for a breakout type of trade to the upside. So if we get any sort of friendly chatter about the trade deal in general, I'm looking for that to break out, which is right at about the 164 line. So if we do get a print past 164 even, I'm just going to buy the 65 calls and ride those up.
And then what about Caterpillar? What would you do there?
It's not setting up as favorably, but it's going to react much in the same way. Just on a technical basis, it doesn't look as strong as deer, at least right now. What
do you think about the overall market action? It feels as though the stock market is in this tight trading range.
Very tight trading range. I mean, of course, like I said, we have the tweets coming out back and forth, but we have the ECB decision that came out, and then everybody's looking forward to the FOMC next week. So at the end of the month. So that is going to be we might just be in a holding pattern between now and then.
Good to know. Thanks so much for being here, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.